Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at who loves being in your company. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Take a look at all the piles and see which one you are most drawn to. For pile number 1, we have Green Aventurine with the Light Seers Tarot. For pile number 2, we have Rose Quartz with the Ethereal Visions Tarot. And for pile number 3, we have Amazonite with the Muse Tarot. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be your pile for today. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, there may be more messages there for you. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose the Green Aventurine Crystal and the Light Seers Tarot, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at who loves being in your company. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. We're going to start out by getting your oracle cards, and then we're going to use the tarot deck that you chose. For your pile, I have the feeling that maybe more than one person could show up, but let's just see what your cards show. So spirit guides on my pile number 1s. Who loves being around them in their company? So we have Super 7 with Alrisha Star and Direction, card 20. Now we're going to get one card from the Good Tarot. I'm going to use this as an oracle deck. So spirit guides on my pile number 1s. Who loves being around them in their company? So we have the King of Air. And now we're going to get one card from the Priestess of Light's oracle deck. Then we're going to use... Oh, okay. We have Telepathy with Transmission, Perception, and Communication, card 22. Okay, so now let's take a look at your tarot cards. At the end or during the reading, we may look at why, just depending on if I see cards about why. So, like why they like being in your presence. So, who loves being in pile 1's company? These spirit guides, we have the Four of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Page of Swords. We have Temperance. We have the Ace of Swords. We have Judgment. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Two of Cups. And lastly, we have the Chariot. Not sure if this shows here. Let me just put it here. Okay, at the back of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Okay, so what Spirit is showing me is that you have the capacity to be liked by people all over the world, which is why Spirit was showing me, there could be more than one person in this pile, though I do see one specific person's energy standing out the most. So there could be up to 3 to 4 people in this pile, even 9, because we see the number 9 show up twice. But I do feel someone specific showing up the most. So Spirit is showing me that you're someone very powerful because Spirit showed me a dragon. And I think you have the capacity to be liked and seen by the whole world or by people all over the world in some way. Okay, what I'm really getting here, whoever this is that enjoys being in your company, for a lot of you, this could be a romantic situation with the Two of Cups. Could be someone you're crushing on or they're crushing on you, or could be something like a situationship, an ex, a lover you currently have. But for most of you, I don't feel like this is an ex. I feel like this is someone still in your life. For others of you, if you don't resonate with that, then this could be someone you just feel very close to. Like the love feels very close, almost like best friends. That's what I'm feeling right off the bat with this pile. And I'm seeing with the wolf here, this person has a lot of loyalty towards you. Because when I think of wolves, I think of loyalty because they take care of their pups and, act as a family unit in their pack. So for some of you, this could also be a family member too, showing up in your pile. What I'm really getting is whoever this is, I see them being someone very intelligent. I see them being very logical and very in touch with their mind. They have an amazing way of like using their mind to get further in life and to create success for themselves in their life. I see this person being more logical and rational. But they do also have an intuitive side, whether they realize it or not, that they sometimes use. And I feel like they're easily able to trust and follow what their instincts are saying to them. Even if they don't realize or even if they're not aware, it is an intuition here. So for a lot of you, this feels like some kind of soul connection, a telepathic connection, a divine love. The type of love where it feels like our souls are kind of merging together when we're next to each other. And in some way, this person could be someone that, with the direction card I'm getting, for some of you, this person is someone embodying a lot of Gemini qualities. I see a lot of air energy within this pile. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, they could be that very multi-dimensional person where they're interested in two different things. For example, they have maybe two different hobbies they want to do as a career. That's like an example of something I see here. Or there's someone that has two sides to them where they're very much like switching in between the two, or they have a very multi-dimensional personality. Or for others of you, I feel there's someone that is currently choosing between which direction they want to go in. So if we had to look at this in a specific way as an example, maybe someone that is, changing career paths or, making a big decision on something important in their lives, most likely career or something to do with their home life or something to do with finance or stability or something that includes others. Or another example I can give, if you're still in school, like this person could be choosing career paths right now, choosing universities, choosing what to study. It's giving me that type of vibe. Take it as it resonates. Those are just examples to describe the energy. And if we had to take this in a literal sense, this person could be someone that deals with a lot of choices in their life or in their business or career. They could deal with a lot of choices there where they maybe delegate, because sometimes the wolf can represent leadership energies. So for some of you, this person could be a leader in some way in their workspace, or they could have a lot of leadership qualities and make a lot of good decisions in their life and know which direction to choose for themselves, kind of like tap into their logic, but also what their kind of like instincts are telling them, and trusting and following those instincts to make a choice and decision. I'm getting that this is someone really fun to be around. They're always a vibe to be around. They may be that type of person that knows how to make you laugh, that knows how to make you smile. It's always a good time around them. I'm hearing for some of you, they may have a similar music taste to you. For others of you, if this is not romantic, like I'm getting, maybe you could have gone partying with this person a lot or had a lot of fun memories with this person. If it's romantic or platonic, like a lot of fun memories together where maybe you traveled or maybe you did something very spontaneous together, or something about birthday parties, events, uh, celebrations coming through. They could be very close to you in a way where you celebrate each other's wins and decisions you make, that kind of energy. Or they could just be that type of person you have a lot of fun around, that you consider very fun. I think they're someone that is more to themselves in their own life. They're more of a private person, but when they're out in public, they're more outgoing. So I'd consider them more of an ambivert if I had to look at their energy, but it doesn't have to be. I feel like they're more private and to themselves and more of a lone wolf. But then when they are around others, they know how to be fun and really be charming in some way. I feel like this person is very charming with their words. They could speak in a way that kind of is felt in your heart whenever they speak. And they could be a very romantic person or just a very loving person, like hopeless romantic. So if this is a friend, this could be the type of friend where they're so hopeless and romantic. So hopeless romantic, they're always falling in love, or they don't know who to choose because they're so in love with love, or they're just that type of person that's always in relationships or wants serious relationships. Or let's say this is someone you're currently dating, this could be their romantic feelings towards you. Something about that's coming up very strongly. With the Page of Swords, I feel like this person's very curious. They have a lot of creative and amazing ideas. They're curious in a way where sometimes they don't always see where it can lead to, where it can either lead to something great, like almost like Alice in Wonderland going towards the rabbit hole and finding a whole nother journey, or it could be something where if they don't look where they're going, how they say what curiosity did to the cat. I'm not saying that in the literal sense, but I feel like this person's just very curious, where it can sometimes be good, it can sometimes be bad. The reason I say so is because she doesn't realize she's walking on this ledge. Well, that's what I'm getting from the image. I just noticed it now. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. I don't know. If this person does, like, maybe they're a little bit of a daredevil. Maybe they're someone that is a little bit more spontaneous, if that makes sense. I see them being very intelligent. They may love to read books, or they may just be very intelligent, love to research, love to learn new things. And they have a lot of innovative ideas. That's what I'm seeing a lot. They could be that type of person that thinks a lot, that is always in their mind, always trying to come up with new and better ways to improve. And whenever you're looking at this person, like, sometimes you may find them deep in thought, or they may look like they're deep in thought sometimes. I'm also getting communication is an important aspect to this person. There's someone that values communication with others and values talking to others in some way. They're someone that only appreciates loyalty and honesty. They dislike unloyal people, and they dislike people that are unfair. That's what I'm getting here. I feel like they're very powerful in their own way. In terms of everything I mentioned here, it's almost like Spirit is looking at it as a spiritual gift with the Judgment card. Like their mind, their curiosity, good decision making, all those things I mentioned could be certain gifts or talents they have. And I'm seeing this person is very focused on moving to the next level in their life. With the Chariots, they could also travel a lot. Maybe that's why I was picking up on the world energies in the beginning, like the whole world. If they do travel a lot, that's coming up for some of you as a specific message. I feel like there's someone that does think a lot in a way where sometimes they're always thinking about what they can do next or what ideas they can implement next. They're very goal focused and ambitious when it comes to their career or their goals or their studies. Something about that's coming through, and they want to make it to the next level. They love whatever they do, or they're wanting to create something within their career that they really love, that's really going to propel them forward and level them up in some way. This person is very much like that type of person where they think a lot, but sometimes it can be a shadow trait where it makes them worry a lot or overthink a lot, or sometimes like even when they have ideas, maybe they overthink it so much that they scrap it, but maybe it would have been really good and valued in what they do. Or maybe sometimes, they want to say something and be really romantic or express their feelings in some way, or even just go up to someone and talk to them and be a little bit more courageous. But maybe sometimes their fears hold them back, or their fears hold them back from following their kind of talents and their soul's calling. I feel like this is a weird message, but you get a lot of dopamine being around this person, or they get a lot of dopamine around you, just being around you. I'm feeling like even though there's this overthinking aspect, I feel like it's because they have such a great imagination. And when you look at worries and thoughts, when we have a big and vast imagination, it can sometimes, not that it turns into worries, but when we have like a mind that is always thinking, we can worry more. But when we look at it as a way of, it's a great imagination because we're thinking of all the outcomes, all the possibilities, and visualizing it so much that we fear it, then we can use that to actually create something with our imaginations. So I'm picking up on that, and I'm picking up on when this person experiences challenges, I think they're very good to work with. They know how to work with and around challenges, and they know how to create solutions to those challenges. And I'm also feeling like if you were in a relationship or were in a friendship with this person, it's like if you two have a challenge or a problem, they view it very much like, let's work on this together, let's solve this together, let's work as a team and move through this challenge together instead of against each other. Communication is something very big for this person, even if they're not fully there with expressing everything that's on their mind. Communication may be an important thing for them. I'm also seeing someone that's a gift giver. They love to give gifts. So now I want to take a look at why they enjoy spending time around you. So why do they enjoy spending time in pile number one's presence? So you're very fun to be around. That's the first thing. They find you very fun to be around. They maybe appreciate your loyalty, because I feel like you are a very loyal person, and they feel like they have a deep bond with you. They feel like you two can sort of finish each other's sentences, or they feel like you two just understand each other, and the way you both think could be very similar, or they just feel like you just get them. And whenever you're together, it's just a vibe. It's just a lot of fun. They just feel like they can talk to you about anything. Why do they enjoy pile number one's presence? We have the Hermit. Like I said, they're usually a lone wolf. They're usually someone that enjoys spending time alone. But with you, it feels like they can kind of get out of their comfort zone and really have a lot of fun. Even if it's just sitting at home together and watching movies together, that's fun to them. Just being around you is fun. Especially one-on-one time with you is really good. There's something about you where maybe you're someone really deep, where you get them thinking. I don't know if you two have a lot of deep conversations or have conversations that are very philosophical. I don't know why I said that wrong. Or if you two just have the types of debates together that get them thinking, like good kind of debates. Or you maybe just see things in a very different perspective from them, from rebirthing yourself so much and going through transformations within your own life. So they feel like whenever they're with you, they're growing in their own way. They're gaining a different perspective. They're going within and understanding themselves better as they are with you. It's kind of like as they're with you, you make them feel more like themselves, and you make them feel like they start to understand themselves better because they feel like you two just get each other on another level. And sometimes you will mention or point out some things in them that they don't see in themselves. I'm getting that. So we have the Six of Pentacles. They enjoy your generosity and they love giving to you. They feel like you two just vibe on that sense where you're both givers to each other and your cups are never going to run empty because it's this constant state of giving and receiving to each other. That's why they enjoy being around you. So we have the Five of Wands. So I'm picking up on playfulness from this card since it came out with the Eight of Wands. Like maybe sometimes you two can have playful debates or play fights or something like that. That's what I'm getting here. And with the Eight of Wands, they feel like you bring a lot of passion and inspiration into their life, and whenever they're with you, time just goes by really fast where they don't even notice it. And when they're around you, they notice that they overthink less. They notice that they worry less. I feel like you make them feel safe in your presence, just as we look at these trees here. And it looks very peaceful here. So they feel very at peace in your presence, but you also light up a lot of passion and inspiration within them. We have the Empress here. So there is some sense of, here we see the World. There is some sense of seeing you a little bit as their world, as their safe space with the Empress, because the Empress is depicting a mother. So I'm getting the vibe of you being sort of like the safe space for them to slow down. You're very nurturing, which is something they really like about you. And if you are in a romantic connection with this person, there's a lot of sensual attraction here and them just finding you beautiful or handsome or attractive, because the Empress is Venusian energy, and Venusian energy is someone that is very physically attractive and appealing to look at. But you also have an inner beauty within you. And if you're creative, that's coming through. They really like that about you. They really like conversations with you. They really like the type of love you give. And you're that type of person that kind of goes with the flow. And they really like that about you too. At the back of the deck, we have the Justice card. So they like how honest you are and the conversations you have together. It just sparks joy within them, and it sparks excitement within them and passion. And they also feel like you strengthen them in some way with your nurturing energy. Like you two are stronger together, and it's 4:44 on the clock. So I feel like they're very protective over you, either as a friend or as a lover or whatever this connection is. So this is where I'm going to leave your reading. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this rose quartz crystal and the Ethereal Visions Tarot, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at who loves being in your company. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. We're going to start out by using the Astral Realms Oracle. So Spirit Guides of my pile number twos. I will say for some of you, I feel the energy of romantic and seduction but not for all of you. So let's just see your cards first before I say anything. Okay, so we have Herkimer Diamond with Earth Star Chakra, alignment card 29. Now we're going to use the Good Tarot as an oracle deck. So let's just get one card from here. So who loves being in pile 2's company? We have the King of Earth. Spirit's letting me know this is my very intuitive pile. So when you're listening to these messages, trust what your intuition is telling you. Okay, I feel like a solar plexus healing with this person. We'll see what that means. So spirit guides of pile number 2s. Who enjoys being around pile 2 in their company? Okay, so you actually have 2 cards. We have Death and Rebirth with Darkness to Light. And we have Shamanic Journey with Purpose Attunement and Vision Quest. So that's card 19, card 23. Yeah, so intuition is a big, big, big message here to trust your intuition because you already know who this is. Okay, so Spirit Guides of Pile 2. Spirit Guides of Pile 2. Who loves being in their company? So we're first going to look at who and then we're going to look at why. So we have the Fool card. We have Justice. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Star. Interesting. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Interesting that it's showing up upright and in the reverse. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Two of Swords. One more card, Spirit. We have the Seven of Wands. So for some of you, I'm getting that this is someone... I'm picking up on lunar energy here. This could either be your energy or like what this person means to you. So lunar energy would be you being very intuitive, or this person could be someone part of your family. Because when I think of the moon, I think of Cancer. And when I think of Cancer, I think of family. Or it could be someone you shared a home with. For some of you, this is just specific messages. It may not resonate with everyone. For some of you, yeah, it could be family. For some of you, it could be someone you are or were married to or lived with. For others of you, I'm getting that this person feels very emotionally close to you. Even if they aren't fully close to you in the physical, they feel a lot towards you. For some of you, this person is still in your life. For others of you, you've released them from your life. Because what I'm getting here is this person sees you kind of like the star. And I saw like in my vision, you know, them as an eye and you're the star. And they want to go towards the star, go towards the light. So I feel like they like being around you in your presence because you're someone that embodies a lot of light. And whenever they're around you, they feel like you just make them feel a lot better. Because I'm getting that this person deals with a lot of anxieties and worries and fears and stresses. Yeah, they do. They deal with a lot of that and a lot of overthinking. For some of you, this person could be a Virgo, or I'm picking up on major earth sign energy or air sign energy too. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And what I'm really getting from this person is there's someone that's, really in their mental space a lot. They really think a lot. And it may be due to their career or due to business or something like that. I pick up on this person being a very business orientated person. They may be, very successful and wealthy and doing really well in their career, especially since we have the diamond here. When I think of diamonds, I think of riches. So they could be someone that is doing really financially well at the moment. But they could also have to work very hard to be doing this financially well. For some of you, this person could be a manager or a boss, or it doesn't have to be your manager or boss, but they could be a leader in some way. I'm getting that this person is very loyal. Okay, very, very loyal to the ones they love. Though what I will say is there is something here about either commitment issues or issues committing to certain tasks or sticking to decisions they've made. So how do I describe the spirit? So an example spirit is giving is, let's say this person is loyal in terms of, let's say, for example, you date this person. Doesn't have to be, that is just an example. And, they're loyal in the sense where they won't cheat or anything. But maybe when it comes to, like, you telling them, oh, tomorrow go and get this, please, don't forget. And then they end up not doing it and they're like, oh, I forgot. And not like sticking to what they said they would do. Or it could come through in the way where they are loyal to others maybe. But then, like, let's say you date this person and they do tell you upfront, like, listen, I have commitment issues. I don't want to be tied down to one partner. And they tell you upfront and they're honest about it. So they want their freedom, but then they also tell you about it upfront. And then in a sense, like, they're loyal to you, but like they prefer to have their freedom. Or like, that's the kind of vibe I get here. Or they're loyal to maybe their family members or their friends, but maybe like non-committal. For some of you, I get that energy. For others of you, I get an energy of like they are loyal like that. But like, let's say this person is someone that maybe makes a decision and then they struggle to follow through on that. Like, for example, in their career. Where maybe they want to open up a key to a new door in their career. Then they're like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do this. And then they struggle to follow through with those things. Maybe because they are really busy and it feels much like they're tied down by what they're going through currently. Or maybe it's procrastination or fear of success. Or maybe they're just so busy. Or maybe there are problems in their career where it's just like hard to follow through on those things. And it doesn't just have to be in their career. It could also be in terms of friendship. Like, let's say this person says, I'll call you tomorrow at 5 p.m. and then 5 p.m. rolls around and they're not doing it. That's what I pick up on here. So they have a problem following through on decisions or committing to those decisions. I feel like this is a very grounded and rational individual. I'm picking up on a lot of masculine energies. Even if this is a woman, they could be very much in their masculine energy. Okay, and what I'm really picking up from this person is they're very grounded and rational. They think a lot. They're very intelligent, but they've been very ungrounded lately, where a lot of overthinking has been happening in their energy, but I feel like they're almost looking to you as a source of light. If they're not in your life anymore, I see them looking through your social media and like maybe reminiscing on certain memories you have together because it brings them light, it brings them joy, it brings them peace. And if you two did have a past together, then they could have had a lot of fun with you. You know, it could have been a really great connection, but maybe things just never worked out, you know. But for others of you, what I'm getting here is if this is someone currently in your life, you know, they really enjoy spending time with you because you do bring them a lot of light, hope, and inspiration in times when they're really feeling low. Um, So I feel like this person is going through an intense rebirth right now. I mean, we have shamanic journey, we have death and rebirth, and we have the Herkimer diamond with alignment. And when I think of alignment with diamonds, you know, diamonds get put under pressure to be turned into diamonds. So I see this person being put under a lot of pressure right now in one or more aspects of their life, where they are going through this intense rebirth and intense transition and change that is putting them into alignment with where they truly dream and want to be in the future. Because I feel like this is a person with big visions, big dreams, big goals, and they're also very free spirited. They're very unique. They're that type of person where you think of them and you haven't necessarily met anyone like them. They're like a breath of fresh air to me, like in their energy. But then I think because they have a lot of responsibilities, they can sometimes feel a little bit tied down. And I think being around you is lifting their spirits right now, or just thinking about you is lifting their spirits while they go through this big change, transformation, and transition in their life. So this is a very honest person. They can sometimes want to speak their truth or want to say certain things in public, but then like overthink it. But I think if they didn't have that overthinking, I think they'd be someone that's a real chatterbox. And if they're already a chatterbox, then I feel like if they didn't have that overthinking quality, they'd be even more of one. I'm getting that this is the type of person that looks at challenges with optimism, but I feel like right now they're kind of in a rut in their energy where it's like I said, they're looking at you to that light. This person's energy feels very mysterious, where I'm like, who are they? Who are they? I want to understand. Because, like, I feels like the reading feels very vague. Maybe there's someone like when you're with them, it's like you want more from them. You want more communication. You want them to say more things, but maybe they're really quiet or shy, or maybe they're just reserved and they hold back a little bit, or maybe they just have an aura of mystery and they're really private. Because even while I'm tapping into the energy, when it comes to more reserved or private people, it's harder to tap into their energy because they're not showing much. And if they're only showing to the world what they want to show, when you try to tap into their energy and get deeper into them, it feels like it's almost like a block. Does that make sense? This person is someone, you know, very connected to the physical, very focused on the physical. I don't think they're a very spiritual person, but I think they like your energy. It's like like I said, you're a beacon of light for them, and that's what I keep seeing over and over again. And in some way you energize them, but I feel like for some of you, if this person kind of drains you, or if it doesn't mean that they're a draining person, but if their situation is draining you because they want to talk about it a lot, and you know, maybe you don't have the emotional capacity for that, then the advice here is to set certain boundaries with the Justice card in a kind way where this person can understand. But if it's something where this person almost feels draining to be around just in general, it's because you have so much light. You're a light worker that I feel like sometimes when they're in these low ruts, they unconsciously take on your energy a little bit. Like, I don't want to use the word steal your energy, but they take on your energy a little bit because it's like they're almost like the moth to the light for some of you. This is not going to resonate with everyone, but just for some of you, if you feel drained after being around this person. I feel like this person is very comfortable with their shadow side. That is something coming through very heavily. Um, it doesn't mean that they did shadow work, because I don't think this person is necessarily someone that focuses on emotions too much. I think that's something they put lost on their priority list. They put more of the physical, financial, and physical things within their priority. And it doesn't just have to be financial, but physical things, like their physical goals, their physical things they want to achieve, their physical responsibilities, things like that, their physical health. I think emotions is lost on the list for them. But it's sort of like they are being put into alignment where they can be put into balance with both these energies, so that more inspiration and light can flow into them without them needing it from you. So let's get some cards on why they enjoy being around you. I feel like that's all Spirit's gonna give me on in terms of like who this is. Why do they enjoy being around pile number 2s? So we have the Hierophant. We have the Four of Cups. Yeah, you see, you make them feel peaceful whenever they're stuck in a rut. Your energy just feels very pure. Your energy feels like you two, like it just feels like when you two are together, they don't overthink as much, or they don't worry as much. It just feels like they're more balanced within their emotions whenever they're with you. And I think there's someone that doesn't necessarily understand their emotions too much. And sometimes you give them messages or you say certain things to them that helps them understand that better. With the Hierophant, it feels like every time they're with you, they get certain realizations because your energy is so high vibrational. I think it's not just you, it's your energy that they like being around. It sort of brings them into this energy where they're understanding themselves and their lives better, and they're kind of going within more and learning certain lessons. Maybe they feel like they're learning from you too in some way. So we have the Five of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the King of Wands. We have the Nine of Pentacles. To be honest, I don't feel like I like this person's energy so much. Maybe it's just the phase they're in right now. Like, I don't even know how to describe this, but I don't want to like hurt your feelings and say this to be mean, but it feels like they like your energy more than they like you. It feels like they more so like what you can give to them and the vibration of healing you bring to them, and this very like high vibrational energy you bring them. But when it comes to you, it's almost like they like the karmic energy between the two of you, because I'm feeling like Five of Wands. I feel a lot of karmic energy in your connection, or there's something about them enjoying even like fighting with you, or even having conflict with you, or pushing your buttons in some way. Like, it's almost like it's fun to them, or they enjoy having conflict with you. Sometimes I feel like they take out their own frustrations on you through their words. But like, when it's not like that, I feel like they do enjoy speaking to you and communicating to you. That's very certain here with the Queen of Swords. And they like your drive and passion and ambition. That's something that really inspires them. They like your courageousness and your boldness, and the amount of energy you have and just how driven you are. I feel like it really inspires them, because you've also grown a lot within your own physical world, either spiritually, financially, in your goals, or you know, you've just grown a lot within your own world where you've put a lot of work towards where you want to be, and you're starting to create a harvest from that. But what I feel from this connection for a lot of you, it's karmic and it's lessons. You know, I don't even want to be in this person's energy too long. I don't know if it's just the phase they're going through currently, or if it's just their energy in general I don't necessarily like or vibe with. Okay, Spirit is showing me why. They may be in a place right now where they're healing their solar plexus, where they're healing from a lot of insecurities and self-worth related emotions. But like I said, I feel like they're not really one to focus on their emotions too much or integrate or work through any emotions too much. They kind of give me the energy that they kind of like sweep things under the rug in their emotions, or push down their emotions, or don't hold it to higher importance in their healing journey. But I feel like that's what's needed to put them into alignment. And in some way, it's like being around you. It's almost like you do the work for them unintentionally. Do you know why? Because I see you having so much healing energy that it brings out those emotions for them. But they're not necessarily looking within when they're not around you. They're not necessarily, you know, trying to heal and trying to understand themselves better and why they feel this way. If there's someone that likes to vent to you a lot, like that's coming through here. Yeah, so I guess they're dealing with a lot of self-worth issues right now. And it's kind of like they look at you as their source of inspiration. But I also feel like in some way there are secret feelings of competition and jealousy here at the same time. So I'm picking up on the vibe for some of you, like a type of person where you're with them and you're like, okay, I got a new car. And then they're like, oh, I have this one. Like one-upping you or something along those lines for some of you, not for all of you. But for others of you, I feel like there's just this feeling of karmicness. For some of you, I'm picking up you have a kid with this person. So that's where I'm going to leave your reading. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this Amazonite crystal and the Muse tarot, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at who enjoys being around you, in your presence, in your company. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's start out with the oracle cards. As soon as I picked up the cards, I heard a ringing in my right ear. So, spirit guides on my pile number 3s. May I please find out who loves being in their company? Specific message for some, this person could be very good at math. I keep seeing numbers in my mind's eye and like technology and coding, things like that. Or just technology, computers, things like that. Games. You could like to play games, video games. We have Opal, North Node Expansion, card 27. So this is the Astral Realms Crystal Oracle. We're now going to use the Good Tarot as an Oracle deck. So Spirit Guides on my pile number 3s. Spirit Guides on my pile number 3s. Who loves being in their company? We have the 6 of Water. Could be someone from your past for some of you. For others of you, this person gives me a very nostalgic vibe, or like you two have a history together or past lives together where they look at you and it feels very nostalgic. Like you remind them a lot of certain things within their own life and certain childhood memories they have. And for others of you, they remind you of this. Like, just take it as it resonates. So, spirit guides on my pile number 3s. We're now using the Priestess of Light's Oracle. May I please find out who likes being around pile 3? Who enjoys their presence? So we have Guide with the Illuminated Path card 21. And we have Divine Feminine with Magnetic and Receptive Power card 7. So you actually have 2 cards. Now let's look at the tarot. So Spirit Guides on my pile number 3s. Spirit Guides on my pile number 3s. Who enjoys being around them in their company? We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Temperance card. I'm picking up on a lot of feminine energies. The 8 of Cups. For some of you, someone from your past. Someone you've walked away from. For others of you, it's something different, but we'll see in a moment. Okay, so I feel these cards. We have the Queen of Emotions, the Queen of Cups. We have the 4 of Voices, the 4 of Swords. We have the 6 of Materials, 6 of Pentacles, the Magician, Strength Reverse. And we have the Muse of Materials, which is the King of Pentacles. Interesting that we had just the right amount of cards. So, yeah, let's look into who this is. Okay, so Spirit is showing me 2 champagne glasses, like, clicking together. So, cheers, that kind of energy. I feel like this is someone you maybe celebrated some things with in your life or their life for some of you. Maybe you had a lot of fun with this person and felt very free around them. I feel like in some way you were divinely guided towards them. I saw the number 222. 2222. So when you met this person, you were divinely guided towards them. And I feel you were intuitively very drawn towards them. And if this is someone from your past, even if they're no longer in your life, I feel like they feel like, and it is true, you two met for a reason and that you expanded something within their life. Okay, so I'm picking up here with the North Node, but also the 6 of Cups. You two could have a very prominent and significant past life connection. And I feel like if this is something that ended for some of you, it's not meant to be a connection that stays in your life, but rather a connection that comes in to help you expand something and go towards where you're destined to be. Whether it shows up as negative or positive to you in the physical, like that's what is happening. For others of you, if this person is still in your life, I feel like you're meant to... Well, Spirit is not showing me like to have any expectations on should this person stay in your life or not. They're here to expand something within your life and help you go towards your North Node, help you go towards your destiny, who you're supposed to bloom into and blossom into in this lifetime. And they're here to help you expand towards that. What happens after that is up to choice on both of you. That's what I'm seeing here when it comes to Spirit and their information. I feel like this is a very loyal person. Very, very loyal. They're giving you ride or die vibes. For some of you, I feel a lot of you, I feel platonic energies. Or someone you've worked with or you work with. I don't know, like I'm getting that for some. It doesn't have to resonate for all. And what I'm getting is, in the past lives, this person also transformed a lot and helped you see deeper into the reflection of yourself and where you're guided to go. They perhaps illuminated some kind of path for you. Maybe unintentionally and guided you towards the path you're meant to be on, helped you shine a light where you're supposed to go, and helped you trust your own instincts in some way, or guided you to trust your own instincts. And I feel like in this lifetime, well, the way it happens for all of you could be different, but I feel like this person is the type of person that is very cheerful when it comes to their communication, and they really know how to uplift someone and motivate someone to go towards and create their dreams. Like, I'm getting this as a type of person that just knows how to hype you up or compliment you in the best possible way that makes you smile within, even if you feel a little bit shy with accepting the compliment. If you're someone that is like that, or if you graciously accept it, it's like they really know how to make your heart flutter in some way with their compliments. That's what I'm picking up here. And they really know how to see certain talents in people. So they could be that type of person. They could be very physically attractive, is what I'm picking up on, and very receptive to certain opportunities and luck. But they could also be that type of person where they're also very receptive in terms of love. Like, they may be that type of person that is just so magnetic where you see maybe they're talking to a lot of people at once, or they have many options at once, or people almost like always want to flirt with them, always want to talk to them. Like when they're out in public, they may be that type of person where whenever they go somewhere, like everyone wants to talk to them and go up to them, even strangers. Like people just feel very welcome in their presence. Like I feel they have a very cheerful attitude. And what I'm getting is this person is very focused on building in the physical, very focused on their home life, their physical health, or their work, or their career, or their studies. Something about that's coming through. So they could be currently moving. They could be currently focusing a lot on their home, like if they're a mother or father, for example, or they could be taking care of their family. That could be for some. Or they could be very much focused on their career and building within the physical and their studies. Something along those lines is coming up very strongly. I'm getting this person has a unique look. And what I'm getting here is that they're a very generous person. When it comes to people around them and friends and partners and things like that, they're very generous. But I also feel like this person has ebbs and flows within their energy, where maybe one day they will talk to you more because they're more energetic, and then the next day they're a little bit more alone and to themselves. Like I feel like they're very much flowing and honoring their emotions. I'm getting this energy of like, how the tides go in and out, in and out, in and out, like that type of energy from this person, and how they really trust and honor what their feelings are telling them. They could be a deeply emotional and sensitive person, but in the best possible way. They're very deep, they're very kind-hearted and compassionate. And they're an amazing listener. They're really there for those closest to them. They may be that type of friend or lover or person that's so compassionate that holds space for others. And tasting food, you and this person may like to eat food together, or they may really like food in some way. They may be a foodie. And they just have a very relaxed presence. They're very chilled and laid back. I feel like you could say anything to this person and they wouldn't judge you. Like they're just very chilled and laid back. They could be creative for some, or they could be that type of person that is very much like a master manifester, like that type of person where you kind of see them as a little bit of a lucky charm. And what I'm getting here is this person, if this person hasn't walked away from you, or you haven't ended this connection, they're that type of person that's not afraid to leave certain things behind. Especially if a person is disrespecting them or treating them badly, or if an opportunity just isn't working out for them in the best possible way, or they just don't see a connection or a vibe with someone, like they're not afraid to walk away and be honest about that. But they're also a really patient person when it comes to building their reality. Like, people may look at them as very lucky, but I think they put in a lot of time and effort towards their careers, their goals, the things they want to build within their life physically. And they're very patient as they allow that to come in, because they give a lot of time and effort to that. They may be that type of person whenever you spend time with them, where you spend a long time with them, like a long, long, long time with them. Or like if you're on the phone call with them, it's long phone calls. Like, I feel that type of energy with this person. So I'm getting that this person is very adaptable towards changes. Like they're someone that doesn't mind change, and that may be an invisible quality you may not see within them. Like, I'm getting this person may have certain quote unquote invisible qualities where you don't realize they're like that, but then other people talk about them like that. And then another person talks about them in a different way. So they may be that type of person where it's not like they're two-faced or that they're only showing one side of them. But I think when they're around different people, different parts of them come out. Or that type of person where you think they're one way and like maybe they have another trait, but you just haven't seen it within them. Like, I'm getting that vibe or that energy. Or for some of you, the hidden traits could be because you're no longer in their life and you haven't seen maybe the way they've grown or transformed. Like now, I feel like there's someone that really goes outside of their comfort zone. They're not afraid to go outside of their comfort zone, and they're not afraid to kind of just expand within their own life by trusting their own instincts. Strength reverse. What is this, spirits? Okay, so I'm getting that they've put in a lot of time and effort towards growing within the physical. But right now they're at a state where they're feeling a little bit worn out, and they're feeling like they want to kind of take slower steps towards their goals and dreams and whatever they're wanting to create in the physical. That's what I'm getting from Strength Reverse. So they may be going through a little bit of a phase right now where they may be a little bit burnt out or a little bit tired or taking it a little bit slower. Something along those lines is coming through. So I feel like this person in some way, they're not necessarily mysterious, but Spirit is telling me like they have a lot of hidden qualities that you might not necessarily see within them. Either you never knew this person very well, or you don't know them very well, but you are going to in the future, or if they've already left your life, you haven't seen the new traits and qualities within them that have emerged. Or it's like this type of energy where they're just very multidimensional, where they let out different sides of them unintentionally around different people. So let's take a look at why they enjoy being around you. So we have the Three of Inspiration, the Three of Wands. We have the Page of Voices, Page of Swords. For some of you, they're looking to come to you like with an opportunity, like where it's a win-win situation, business opportunity. For some of you, they've been watching you. That's what I get with the glasses, and they want to talk to you if they're not in your life anymore. For others of you, if they are in your life still, I feel like the reason they enjoy spending time around you is they enjoy admiring you in some way. There's something about them really secretly admiring you. That's what I'm getting here. We have the Four of Inspiration, Four of Wands, and they feel like time with you spent is always fun and it's always good. It's always a good time. We have the World, Cosmos. When they're with you, they feel like they can just express themselves and be free. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, when they're with you, they feel like they can just express themselves and feel free. They feel like you're just as generous as them, and they feel like with you, there's a lot of stability here with the Four of Wands, but I just sneezed. I don't know if that's a sign for someone, like if this person's recently sneezed in front of you, or if they have hay fever or something along those lines, or if they've sneezed in front of you before. I know that's pretty vague, but that's what I'm getting. Um, for those of you, like if this person has left your life, I feel like they're missing the fun you brought into their life, and if they're currently in your life, um, there's this feeling of like you two always having a lot of fun together. It's always a vibe with them. That's what I'm getting here. It's always a celebration with them. It's always a lot of fun. They enjoy conversations with you and they enjoy talking to you. It's I'm getting that they kind of like picking your brain. They they admire the way you think. They think you're very smart and intelligent, and they just really enjoy conversations with you. Conversations with you are top notch, and it seems like they're planning something in the future to see you again or to talk to you again. Um, if you're not in contact, they could be watching you on social media. For some of you, you've blocked them because they did something negative, like this card wanted to come out, Death and the Devil. So I don't think that's for all of you, but for some of you. And in some way, I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles, they do see you as a blessing to be around. I want to understand, what is that devil energy that came out for some of them? I don't think it's for all of you. It's just for the ones where this person's no longer in your life, where they did something. We have the Star, the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Devil. It's jealousy. Hidden feelings of jealousy because you shine so bright and you're mastering things within your own life. All right, so this is what I have for you, pile 3. Take it as it resonates, as per your own situation. I really hope this resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!